This man tried to sponsor his wife, but his application was rejected hard. Why? Because the government didn't believe their marriage was real. Let's break down what went wrong so you don't make the same mistakes. So meet Joe. He married P in Angola in the year 2000, but it wasn't until 5 years later that he finally decided to sponsor her for Canadian permanent residency. And that raised a big red flag for immigration officials. Why did Joe wait so long? His reasons? First, he claimed he didn't know how to sponsor her. And second, he said he wasn't financially stable. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, not really. Here's the problem. Joe had no issue figuring out the refugee system in Canada when it benefited him. He even hired a lawyer to fight his case in federal court. But when it came to his wife, suddenly he didn't know where to start. Immigration officials were just not buying it. Meanwhile, his wife P wasn't just sitting around wasting time. She was out there trying every possible way to get into Canada. She used fraudulent documents, she attempted asylum in the UK, she even ended up homeless. And Joe, he let her go through all of that when he could have just sponsored her. And then there were the contradictions. Their stories just didn't match up. P didn't even know how Joe got into Canada. When asked why she waited 5 years for him to sponsor her, she just said, I had to wait for the documents. Seriously? Oh, and about their wedding, Joe submitted photos, but not a single one of those photos had the bride in it. Conveniently, he said she lost all the photos while traveling, and he didn't even think to get new ones from the wedding photographer. Come on. At the end of the day, immigration saw too many red flags, unexplained delays, contradictions, a lack of real communication, and zero proof of a genuine relationship. So what's the lesson here? If you're sponsoring your spouse, make sure your relationship is genuine and that you have the evidence to prove it. Immigration is not going to just take your word for it. You're going to need to prove it. Avoid these mistakes and don't end up like Joe. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and follow for more immigration tips. Until the next video, bye.